Man. What you nigga talking about? What y'all talking about? New box of billionaires. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? That new Kendrick shit is hot. Loving it. I'm gonna do an album review of it when the whole album come out. That's a dope ass artist right there. Y'all saw how he got that sample from "I Want You" by Marvin Gaye. Man, what y'all talking about in the chat room? Say some niggas. Announce yourself as you come up in here. Yeah, you got to give Kendrick his flowers. What's up, Quan? 41. Yeah, that new Kendrick shit is hot. What's up, y'all? Said Palmdale in the house. How is that weather out in Palmdale? Is it still cold out in Palmdale? Or is it warming up finally? Is Palmdale warming up? Cause Palmdale get hot as fuck, but it also get cold as fuck. I'm running a little low on my weed. I appreciate that, Dre Day. Yeah, it's our anniversary. It was. What's up, Kenneth Berry? Yeah, I've been with the wife all day today. Now she watching her TV shows. So while she watching her TV shows, I came out here to talk to you niggas. I heard that new Kendrick, man. That shit was fire. Kendrick really has set a standard for quality of music, you know? Mastery of this craft. Gotta keep these tips when you roll your joint. When you roll your blunts, these tips right here keep your lips from turning black. My lips was getting black, man. They turning back to normal color again. You missed the incense and ashtrays. Hey, good news. Like, I didn't think Spotify and Apple iTunes, a podcast would let me do incense and ashtrays because I play music. Well, today I uploaded some episodes of Incense and Ashtrays, and so far they haven't rejected it. So I think I should be able to have Incense and Ashtrays on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for playback. Hopefully they don't take it down, but so far they allowed the music to stay up. I don't see any rules against the music, so as long as they keep it up, Incense and Ashtrays playback should be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Go look it up right now. Add Incense and Ashtrays to your Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's up, and I'm about to start posting regularly my Hotepish, this show. I'm gonna start posting that regularly up on YouTube. On Spotify and Apple Podcasts too. I have a channel up there for it, but I just ain't been using it. See what y'all talking about. What's up, Bruce? But yeah, get that Apple Podcast, Incense and Ashtrays. I uploaded the death certificate breakdown to this today. I don't know Taj Tariq Bey. I heard of him, but I can't hook up with him like that because I don't know him. I hear he does good work. Like I've heard of him. I've seen I've seen some stuff, but I don't know Taj Tariq Bey. Plus, honestly, I got man, I had a little bit of weed in that. Like the other day, somebody asked me to yesterday. Somebody asked me would I hook up and do something with Zoe, and I know Zoe's cool, but I have no issues with that. But like the way I see things, I've always kind of been a loner, and this could either be good or bad. I'm pretty sure it's definitely bad when it came to my comedy career. I kind of like to do my own thing, and I don't really look at what I do. I don't really look to really look up to really link up with other people too much. Now, I don't mind really linking up with other people if it's going to be constructive, but if it's just going to be a conversation, then because I like doing the work, man. I like expressing my point of view on here with you guys, have a little bit of fun talking shit with y'all, and then the minute I get off this app, I'm back to doing what I do. I don't really like talking to talk, you know. But now, if I could talk to somebody else and we have something constructive that we can do together, I'm down with that. 100,000% down with that. But if it's just gonna be a talk, let me tell y'all something. When I'm done, when I'm done talking it, like people don't know, like I love me and my wife, we really be kicking it. Like we kick it. So when I get off these apps, I don't even hang out with my homeboys the way I used to. Not because she don't want me to. She be like, nigga, go right ahead. But because shit, I don't feel like it. I like just kind of living in my own world. Kicking it in this here man cave. See the man cave? I show it. Funkadelic. This is my garage. I'm like kicking it in my garage, smoking weed, kicking it, watching YouTube. That's what I like to do when I'm not talking shit. Hmm. What's up from H Town? Oh, GMS has got engaged. Shouts out to that brother. Shouts out to GMS. He be doing some dope shit. I haven't seen Jones in a while, but it's good. Like we just had our anniversary dinner and they gave us roses at the. We just finished eating at. Me and my wife just finished eating at Eddie V's. They gave us roses. So I always heard you could smoke weed out of a rose. So I took some of the rose petals from Eddie V's so I could roll a joint and just. So y'all about to sit here and do this with me. All right, y'all about to see it first. I've never rolled a rose petal joint. I only heard you can do it. I've never seen it actually done, but I've heard you can do it. So I'm about to see if I can roll this rose petal. I say come to LA for the first time next month. Man, if you hit me up a long time, 10 years ago, I was a man to tell you where to go. I don't know shit about what's going on these days. I'm such a square. I don't know what's going on out in them streets. If you're coming in June, I just recommend, hey, if the Hollywood Bowl has a show, go. Go by the Venice Beach. Go by the okay. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I can. Y'all think I can smoke this rose? Let's see. Will it seal? With a rose petal seal? Okay. It looked like it might seal. Excuse my rudeness, y'all, but I'm trying to smoke a rose petal for the first time in my life. I said let it dry first. Frank Green said let it dry, so I can't. I just got it, so I can't smoke it like this. What do you mean by let it dry first? Should I let it dry already rolled, or should I wait for these other rose petals to dry then roll them? Tell me, because I don't want to fuck up. So what happened with Al Horford? I didn't see. Okay, he said let it sit for a while. Okay, all right, cool. I'll let it sit. I'll let it sit. I'll sit this right over here. All right, cool. Thanks for that, Frank Green. All right, now Frank Green, if this shit end up burning my lungs, I'm gonna find your ass and I'm gonna sue your ass, nigga. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All right, so you said let it air dry after rolling. Okay, I'll let this dry. Yeah, Canelo got his ass whooped. That was a beautiful thing. I've been saying Canelo don't like fighters that can move their feet. All right, since you said I gotta let it dry, I'm gonna roll two of these hoes. I'm gonna roll another one and let it dry. So what happened with Al Horford? Oh, you said he put Giannis in the ooh up. Okay, I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I gotta go back and see that. Let's see. All right, cool. I'm rolling another one and let it dry too. I'm gonna let this one dry. I'm roll another one, let this dry. So you said let it dry. So should I come back tomorrow morning with it and smoke it, or is like a couple hours good? Oh, okay, okay. I'll go for and forth. See one thing about Al Horford. Al Horford is a big time player. He plays big in big time situations. Al Horford ain't gonna be Al Horford ain't gonna be a dominant superstar on the level of a Kevin Durant or LeBron James. But if he's in the playoffs and the game is big, he's gonna play big every time. He says, so let it sit for a couple hours. All right, cool. So I just rolled two. I'll probably come back and get these hoes in the morning. All right. So if I smoke them in the morning for wake and bake, will they be good? You niggas about to have me start buying roses. Mm. Yeah, he's in the Elite Three. Somebody asked, do I pack heat? What do you think? Incense and ashtrays, y'all. Incense and ashtrays. Hell no, I ain't no fucking Mavericks fan. Fuck the Mavericks. This shit just comfortable. I got this from a Mavs player about 10, 15, about 10 years ago. Probably longer than that. And it's just my most comfortable hoodie in my closet. I've been wearing this hoodie for like 10, 11, 12 years. Fuck the Mavericks. I wish it said Lakers, but I'm not gonna complain about shit I get for free, you dig? Mm, mm. Yeah, K Dot is on some other shit with his music. You say you hit a backwood. I don't fuck with them backwoods. I just got a new box. He hemp wraps is what I fuck with. Yeah. Yeah, the Dallas, you're right, they should be called the Dallas Euros. Mark Cuban been trying that shit for the last 15 years now, 20 years. That last 20 years now. If you have anxiety, weed might help it. Weed calm my anxiety. Hopefully, I can kick it back here in the man cave more because they just installed that 5G ultra wideband over here in the area. He said, I'm sorry, I've seen Jesse. Yeah, Al Horford did turn out to be the best player. That was a good team. I met all those cats. I remember that year that Florida beat UCLA in 2006, was it? I was there. I was there that whole UCLA playoff run, from the Sweet 16 to the first round to the Final Four. I was at all them games. That game against Florida versus UCLA, that was in Indianapolis. You say send me an email. Where'd you send me the email to? You know who was on that team? Corey Brewer. And I remember I was on the UCLA side of the fence, and I remember I thought you in UCLA. Noah had a good career, but Noah had some injuries. That was Joakim Noah's issue. Joakim Noah, he had some injuries, and he never really he had about who was that from like 2013 to like 2015. Noah stayed injured. He never came back. Corey Brewer did good. Corey Brewer, I remember that time he dunked on Derek Fisher at Staples Center. I was there for that shit. I don't have I have great Wi-Fi. My garage doesn't have Wi-Fi, however. I'm on cellular from the Wi-Fi. With the Wi-Fi issue, I'll be good. Ain't no Wi-Fi in the garage. Well, I'm so glad I got that hybrid right there. Ooh, I'm so glad I got that hybrid. These gas prices, with these gas prices, I'm so glad I got that hybrid. Woo. Because the gas on this SS, that gas ain't shit. That SS gets driven very rarely these days. The hybrid gets all the burn. The SS gets turned on and warmed up so it don't get fucked up. I was paid 6.09 a gallon for some gas. I was out in Orange County and I had Costco closed. Nigga, I just had to spend $6.09 for regular gas. Yeah, we got the highest cost of living, but I love living here. Fuck that. I love this shit in LA. I have so much goddamn fun here. Somebody said Kendrick Lamar is a very skillful thief. What did he steal? God of Raw. I used to have a Tahoe. I don't have that motherfucker no more. I don't have that motherfucker no more. I got a hybrid these days. Somebody said Kendrick is a good thief. What did Kendrick Lamar steal? I mean, the Dale Harris. Dale Harris didn't do shit for the Lakers. Jerry West built the Lakers for Phil Jackson, not Dale Harris. Dale Harris didn't. Dale Harris probably only played Kobe 15 minutes a game. That's what Dale Harris did. Dale Harris sat Kobe on the bench. I hated when Dale Harris was coach. You see, saw an H2. They still people niggas still driving H2s. Mm. Somebody came in the chat room and say together. Matter of fact, the Lakers were good when Kobe and Eddie Jones played together. They rotate Eddie Jones down to the three, like Kobe at the four. Tupac is on the top level of guys, just like Kendrick. What people don't understand about music is they tell you these stories, and they have to look at it every day through these superhero TV shows like X-Men and whatever. Do you compare Wolverine to Cyclops? Or do Wolverine and Cyclops just have different ways of accomplishing the same goal? He said he steals concepts from other generations. Well, let me let me give you a surprise. Every generation takes concepts from previous generations. That's not stealing, that's inspiration. Stealing is taking exactly what someone said and saying it again and not giving them credit for it. That's stealing. Inspiration. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was Muddy Waters. It just goes back to how far your music history goes. The person you think is the greatest was inspired by somebody else. All Jimi Hendrix did was play Muddy Waters. He just played Muddy Waters with a better app. A lot of what Prince did early in his career was Muddy and Jimmy. Go listen to early Prince. Early Prince was just playing Jimmy. And then at some point, Prince evolved and became his own thing. No God of Raw. Don't go around lowering people. No, Kendrick has a very intelligent fan base. I'm saying knowing what they don't know. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I know music very well. Kendrick has his own style. Yeah. You name the artist, I'll tell you who inspired them. Name the artist, I'll tell you exactly who inspired them. Now there is stealing does exist. Now if you're gonna do like Jay-Z and take somebody's whole line, not restate it, and just redo it, then okay. Got it wrong. You're not expressing yourself really well right now. You're not making a good representation of yourself, brother. If you're gonna throw something out there, I need you a little more accurate than that. Still kind of everyone. You know, did he like? You can't just say, okay, every artist is a mixture of previous artists. That just is. Now, if you don't like, that's why I'm supposed to do. Don't argue music with me, brother. Now, if you don't like Kendrick, that's fine. Nobody has to like everybody. You don't have to like everybody. It's cool to not like someone that everyone else likes. That's totally cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You got the right to believe however you believe. You got the right to feel however you want to feel. You got the right to not like whoever you don't like. And people, you can't even name the smaller artists he got called out for. So people are always calling out people for selling their shit. That happens all the time. It's normal in music. Man, my father-in-law, I can't even. He don't even know if my father-in-law. All he knows is the checks that he got from the music. I'll be like, what about this song? What about that song you did, Michael Jackson? He stopped. I realized he stopped. He retired from music at 50 without having to retire. He just in 1992, he just walked away from music. He did a couple projects. He just walked away. Like he don't give a fuck about music. He don't give a fuck about music. Which is funny because I like all that songs. He just be like, oh yeah, what's for dinner? What do you think of the display at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where they're I haven't seen that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame display, so I wouldn't know what to think. What happened on those young thugs and RICO charges? The government is out to get some people. That's all. RICO charges mean you ain't did shit, but we want to put you in jail. If you're gonna tell me Kendrick borrowed or stole, you gotta be specific. If you just throwing out there these random, just throwing shit against the wall, I can't hear what you're saying, brother. Yeah, that's true, Quan. The videos are created and directed by producers and directors. The artist is just playing a role. Artist is just acting his way through a music video. Mm. Oh, and Toomey produced a bunch of bangers. And he started out as a jazz artist, and I like that sample that they did. They did they did that. They sampled "I Want You" by Marvin Gaye on that new Kendrick track. You saw they sampled Marvin Gaye, and that's actually Leon Ware's music production. That's why I like see Quan. See, you be on it when it come to the mix cloud. You niggas that ain't on my mix cloud show, y'all missing it. I really be pointing out that music from back in the day. Tell me y'all the greatest era of music ever. And that's not disputed. You can't dispute that. And the reason why you can't dispute that is because the 70s, the music from the 70s, are still making hits today. Kendrick's album was Leon Ware's music production from the I Want You album. And it was just sampled into a more modern sound. But you don't get that without the 70s. 70s was the greatest decade of music ever. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, if you stay on the Mist Cloud, I appreciate that, Evan. Cause yeah, on the Mist Cloud, I shit, give it to you where the real music come from. See, they took music out of the schools in the early '70s, started taking it out of the schools there. So by the time you get to the '90s, the quality of music was a lot less. Yeah, the '90s had great music. I'm just speaking to the from the standpoint of the quality of production of music. You can't touch the '70s. Now that's not to say good music hasn't been made. There's been plenty of good music been made since the '70s. How do you know what Kendrick would be if Dre didn't sign him? Kendrick worked hard. It don't matter who signed him. If you work as hard as he do with your craft, you're going to be great. Kendrick worked to the Kendrick. You don't see Kendrick out here putting out bullshit ass songs. He just see what happens with a lot of these artists is they think they'll have a song and put out some bullshit that was a brain fart. They went to the studio and recorded yesterday and put it out tomorrow. Kendrick's music is well thought out, well placed, and very strategic. Yeah, Kendrick was doing his thing before Dre, so that's just when you found out about the nigga. Yeah. Hell yeah, Mexicans are heartbroken that Canelo lost. Mexicans are mad as fuck that Canelo lost. They've been all on my timeline mad. Cause I was saying that motherfucker spent all that time dodging what's his name? Charlo Benavidez. Got his ass whooped by a no name. They mad as hell. Bivos not I don't see I heard somebody Bivos not going down to 168. Bivos too big for 168. He ain't going down there. Hell no. Why would he run that risk of losing his power and not having any stamina from losing all that weight when he just beat Canelo at 175? I think it's gonna be a rematch. So that shit gonna be at 175. He said, "Yo, white is Mexican. They mad." Ah, what do you mean prepare New Compton High School? I don't care how the school look. I care about what they putting in this. What book? What are they getting out of the school? Yeah, Compton's all Mexicans anyway, so they ain't really. Compton's all Mexicans, mostly Mexicans. There's some black people left, so they can have the newest built school all they want. If they still teaching our kids that bullshit, it don't matter. You dig? You know? Nah, I didn't see D'Angelo. I love D'Angelo too. D'Angelo performed for that Chappelle. D'Angelo wasn't there today. I was there with Chappelle. Yeah, I see that excuse they making Canelo challenge himself. No, Canelo thought that he was Canelo went picking cherries and picked the wrong cherry. The motherfucker picked the bad cherry. That's what happened. Uh, Yeah, Canelo got trash feet. I don't know about Prince being better than Michael Jackson performance. I love Prince. I've never seen Michael Jackson live, but I've seen Prince live about 7 times. Prince put on a great show. I would still wish I got to see Michael Jackson live. If Canelo did care, if Canelo wanted a check, he would have took more money. He was offered 35 million to fight Charlo, a $35 million base and a cut of the pay per views. To fight Bivol, he was offered 15 million and a cut of the pay per views. Canelo got 15 million, and he get a cut of the pay per views, but we don't know what that is yet. Based on how they promoted this shit, it ain't gonna be much because they did a horrible job promoting his last Canelo fight. If Canelo fought Benavidez or Charlo, that would have been easily 700,000 pay per view buys, easily, maybe a million. They probably if Canelo fought Charlo, it would probably be a million pay per view fight. That's it, kid. Mexican fighters gotta admit, Mexican fighters can't beat black fighters. Mexican fighters can beat B level black fighters, old past a prime black fighters, but Mexicans cannot beat A class black fighters. They can't. They haven't. They can, but they haven't. The last one was Duran. He's not Mexican, he's Panamanian. When Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard, that's probably the last time a Latino beat a prime black at the top of his game boxer. Probably Duran versus Sugar Ray. Probably the last time a Latino fighter beat a black fighter in their prime. Man, UFC is gay activities. I don't fucking know UFC. I like boxing because it's two men standing up and boxing it out in the sweet science. MMA is two men on the ground humping each other in tights. I'm cool. MMA got a move called the ground and pound. Fuck is the ground and pound? Ground and pound, nigga. MMA got a move called a rear naked chokehold. Why is two men's rearing and necketing anything? If I gotta get behind you naked to win a fight, I'm not gonna fight you. We just not gonna fight. We gonna talk this out, or I'm gonna shoot your ass. I'm not getting no rear naked shit to win a fight unless my life is on the line. And UFC, your life on the line. You chose that shit. You chose to do a grapple with another grown ass man in tidy whities. Fuck that. Boxing, no. It's space between us. Throwing punches. Andy Ruiz caught AJ slipping. That's what that was. AJ came back and whooped his ass. See, I just finished explaining all this shit of how gay UFC is. And this nigga just said UFC is way better than boxing. Well, if you say so, I'm not meant to seeing. I'm not into seeing men grapple like that. Now, if you're into seeing two men wrestle on the ground with no shoes on, and tights, then that's on you. I'm good. Evan, I think that's like the fifth time you said that joke, and each time nobody laughed. Yeah, yeah. The Greco-Romans was on some gay shit. Yeah, you're right. That's that's Greco-Roman style. You're right about that. But the Grecos and the Romans was on some homo shit, nigga. Yeah, balls all in your face. You're right. Anthony Joshua. We already played. Anthony Joshua was British. Anthony Joshua got the same fake Canelo got. Anthony Joshua was trying to duck Wilder, so he got his ass whooped, as he should have got his ass whooped for ducking Wilder. The same way Canelo got his ass whooped for ducking Benavidez. Mark G, you double down on the unfunny. How you gonna How you gonna spell Oompa Loompa right and then spell my name wrong and it not be funny? God damn. Adrian Broner went up in weight to fight Maidana. Adrian Broner was a 135. Adrian Broner's weight class was 135, 140 max. Adrian Broner had no business fighting at 147, and he took them hits from Maidana and kept fighting. Tank is in a whole different division than Spencer Crawford. Tank should be Tank another fighter. You're right, Quan. It's too late for this. Tank's another fighter who he just don't stay disciplined. Tank should be at 135, 130, 135. Now he's fighting at 140. The motherfucker Tank better keep his ass at 140. Tank better not go to 147. If Tank go to 147, that's where he gonna lose. Tank gotta stay at 140. I think 140 was too much for Tank. But yeah, Archer Brothers gonna make a comeback. Yeah. Vince is gonna fight Crawford next if Crawford that fight don't get held up by Bob Arum in court. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Is Charlie coming back? I don't know. It'd be dope to have Charlie back on the show again for episode 2. I miss Charlie. Charlie busy. Charlie got his acting thing. Charlie be in all kind of TV commercials and shit. Charlie busy as fuck. And Charlie used to come out when he used to do Craig Facts. Charlie was driving from like an hour and a half away twice a week. That's a long ass. That's a long goddamn drive to be driving. Hour and a half every twice a week. 2 hours depending on traffic. Mm-mm. And Charlie came to Craig Facts at great sacrifice to himself. So I get it. That motherfucker busy. But if Charlie ever came back for episode 2, we welcome him. Yeah. Planet Asia. Yeah, it seems like with today's gas prices, I really got charged it wouldn't come. Shit. Brandon got some business ventures that he got going on. Brandon got some business shit going on. I mean, I'm not gonna say his business if he don't say his business, but they got some promising dope shit. I take Brandon this past Saturday about the Canelo fight. I text him in the middle. I text Brandon like in like around 5. I was like, Canelo losing this shit. And we were like, yeah, yeah. Charlie got that tax relief shit. Yeah, yeah. Ryan Garcia, Ryan Cap Garcia. All that nigga do is cap. Ryan Garcia don't be talking about it. All that nigga Ryan Garcia do is talk shit and not follow through with what he said he was gonna do. So these are here. They gotta. You see them? Wait, let me do it like this. You see so these are going tomorrow. They gotta drive for tomorrow. Nah, I ain't finished winning time yet. I remember Escalade. That wasn't a funny joke, but I remember Escalade. When Escalade died, I was in the hotel when he died. I wasn't in the hotel room with him. No, I didn't. I didn't know Escalade. Let me start off by saying that. But we were in the same hotel. I remember seeing the paramedics come upstairs. When I was going on the elevator, I remember seeing the paramedics come in. I didn't know what the fuck they was coming in for. It was at the Ritz down there in downtown LA, right across the street from Staples Center. I was in that hotel and we were getting ready to go. I think it was the day of the dunk contest. The dunk contest is Saturday. It was either Friday or Saturday. I was in the hotel with one of the players. We was kicking it, and then I remember it coming under my phone that Escalade died, and it was like he was transported. I remember in the hotel lobby getting on the elevator because that brother a hoop. Jake Paul don't want to fight no fucking Canelo. Jake Paul is a YouTuber that knows how to get people's attention. Somebody asked about have I tried DMT? Nah, I haven't tried DMT. I will do DMT one day. I'm telling you, I will try DMT one day. I will. I haven't done it yet though. Yeah. Nigga said Canelo lost. Thank God. I don't ever say who it was that I knew in NBA because that's irrelevant. Travis Knight. That's funny. Hell yeah, like no, I got mushrooms, nigga. Mushrooms. Mm, I got these separate. These here were some expensive. These here were like some high quality Amazonian shrooms. I got mm, I got like these are Amanita mushroom amanitas that's a little different. And I got about 3 or 4 mushroom bars in the refrigerator. Mm. Mm-hmm. I keep them shrooms on deck. Yeah, I heard that DMT shit is very intense. I'm gonna do DMT one day. I'm gonna do it one day. You done DMT, Kenneth? Mm. You said we talk to the future and past self after 2 hits. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some DMT. I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do some. It's been on my mind to do for about 2 years now, but it took me about 5 years to finally do mushrooms after thinking about it. Yeah, I did mushrooms maybe like 5 years, 5 years after I said I was gonna do mushrooms. Yeah, but I do shrooms because it's like shrooms is one of those things that gives you an insight to your inner self. Shrooms really gives you an insight to your inner self. Hold on, I left something in the car. Hold on. There we go. Shrooms give you an insight to your inner self. Let's see here. You say you nigga say you sniff glue? Yeah, Evan, you're like zero for infinity right now. He said vibe high. I know exactly what you mean when you said that. See, I'm in LA. Finding shit like Shroom and DMT is hella easy out here. I'll never tell you niggas where it is because I don't do that kind of thing. But finding it out here is extremely easy. Yeah. You said kaleidoscope vision. See, the thing about Shroom isn't the external vision it gives you, it's the internal vision it gives you. Now, don't get me wrong, the visual effects are great in the right environment. I remember when I first, one time I did shrooms on the beach, and I did them like right around sunset. I took the shrooms, it was like in the springtime, so I took the shrooms around like 5:30, and that sunset started coming in at about 7, and I was right there on the water. Nigga, that was some of the most amazing visuals ever. Oh my God, that was some of the most amazing visuals. But really, shrooms are about like I get on shrooms. Look, yeah, let me tell y'all something. If y'all think I be saying some deep shit now, y'all don't want to hear what I gotta say on shrooms. I turn into a motherfucking Buddha shaman, Phil Jackson ass nigga when I'm on shrooms. I might do that one day. I might do some weird. I might do. Actually, what do y'all think? Should I do that one day? Should I do some shrooms and then come on here and talk to y'all about some shit? Because usually when I'm on shrooms, I ain't touching my phone other than to change the song to the next track. When I'm on shrooms, I don't really do social media like that. Hey, how you doing? Although I will say this one time, about 2 or 3 months ago, in one of Tariq had a Twitter space going, and I was shrooming, but I didn't do a heavy dose of shrooms, but I did a good amount. Like for me, when I shroom, I'll do 7 grams of shrooms easily. That's when I get blasted off. It takes me about 7 grams to get blasted off on shrooms. So that one night, I think I had done like an eighth. I had done the eighth of shrooms, 3.5, and I never really get on social media. But I checked Twitter, and Tariq had did it. He was doing like a late night Twitter space, and I joined the Twitter space just to listen. And he invited me to speak. I was like, "Oh shit, nigga!" I was blasted off. And I think he was talking about music or some shit like that. And as soon as I got in the room, Quan, I think I saw you in the room when I was in there, and I spoke. And but what I say, they could no one could tell I was on shrooms. I even went back and listened to the replay. I sounded fine, but I get hella insight when I'm on shrooms. Like that's a good idea. I might try it on Patreon. That's a good one, Frank Gray. I might do that. But let me tell you something. When I'm on shrooms, nigga, I will see everything that needs to be seen. Like when I first started doing shrooms, my wife was like, my wife is never against anything that I do. Cause my wife knows that I'm super wise. She knows I'll never do no dumb shit. So my wife don't fight me on shit that I want to do. But she was concerned because she didn't know much about shrooms. So when I was doing them, my wife had her concerns because she loves me. You know what I mean? She just want to see me at my best. She never told me not to or recommended against it. But I just felt her concern. Like when you married somebody, you can feel when they saying something that they ain't that when they feeling something that they ain't saying. So I could tell she felt a certain way, but she wouldn't say it. So when I did it and we sat down and talked, my wife went from having like a bunch of reservations to like, nigga, you need to do this shit again. Like we was talking and we was talking about I'm not gonna get too personal, but a few situations that we both are familiar with. And when I was on shrooms, but this one night, I saw the whole situation as plain as day. And I told her, and she was like, "How the fuck you know that?" I was like, "I just see it. Like on the shrooms, that just open your mind up, and you get to the real, and you see exactly what it is. You see exactly what it is." Somebody must have just came in here hella late, time or something. What the fuck you talking about, bruh? Catch up, nigga, and find out. Yeah, Kendrick is talking about the toxicity in culture. Hey, one of the places I get my shroom bars is up in Monrovia. I'm not gonna tell you where that is though. That would be illegal online to do. But not my no Arcadia. That's one place I get shroom bars. Thank you, Quan. Thank you. I'm telling y'all right now. You're right, Punk Monk. The shrooms separate the men from the boys. And you get on the shrooms, man. You see shit from a whole different angle, and shit makes sense to you. Like, but you got to be in that headspace. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I might. Frank Green said do that. I might do that. I might do that on Patreon. Record some shit. Do a Patreon Shroom Q&A and talk to you niggas. I might do that. What's up, Slink? This nigga. That's right, Frank. You can't explain shrooms. You can't explain shrooms. You're right. You can't explain shrooms to people who ain't been down that rabbit hole. You can't. Like mushrooms are not for everybody. Mushrooms are like if you the kind of person that just stiff and you don't want to see things for what they are, do not do mushrooms. Like, you will have a bad trip. If you caught up in your ego and you don't want to see shit for what it really is, do not do shrooms. If you caught up in your mind and you're very idealistic and you're going and you just think you know it all and you mad and you have other shit, do not do shrooms. Don't do shrooms if you just buy the book don't do shrooms if you have a bad attitude. Don't do shrooms if you're mad at your mama. Don't do shrooms if you're going through a fucked up situation that you can't get off your mind. Do not do shrooms. Nope. 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 Chilling, Slink. Nigga, shrooms, boy. You do that shit when your mind. You do that shit when you happy, nigga. What up, Willie Beeman? Yeah, Slink. Hey, Slink, you was there at that. I know you. Oh yeah, you want to show me? We was at some event, nigga. They had bags of shrooms they was giving out. Shroom, straight shrooms, candy bar shrooms. Those shrooms I showed y'all earlier. That's from that event I was at. Yeah, do shrooms. Somebody do not do shrooms if you're doing it with somebody that you don't like. Being like if you live with your girl and you don't get along with your girl and she the kind of person that be coming in knocking like pissing you off. Don't do shrooms in the house with her. Like if it's somebody that annoys you and like gets under your skin and you live with them, don't do shrooms at home. Like say that shit from when you go on vacation and you by yourself. The last thing you don't the last thing you don't run around you when you're doing shrooms is bad energy. Like I could never do shrooms around Slink because Slink a whole ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with Slink Johnson like that. So I couldn't do shrooms in the same area as Slink. I'm just gonna feel because I'm gonna feel like just a sorry, worthless ass nigga if I did. Because I'm gonna pick up on that on Slink's sorry, worthless ass energy, and I'm gonna feel like a sorry, worthless ass nigga if I did shrooms around Slink. So I gotta make sure when I do shrooms, niggas like Slink Johnson can't be around. You know what I mean? Shit, my trips be like 5, 6 hours. But again, I told you when I trip on shrooms, I be doing like I do like 7 grams. I be doing like when I do shrooms, I do shrooms. I don't fuck around a little 2 grams of shrooms. Fuck that nigga. When I go, I go. Like to me, if I do 2 grams of shrooms, that's a microdose. Yeah. They say you had a bad trip because you had to coach your friend through his experience. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you had to sit there and coach somebody else with theirs, and yeah, that trip. Yeah. Shrooms, you pick up on people's energy. You really do feel like you really do see that we all connected. You feel it. That's why you can't be in. The one time I can't say this was a bad trip, but it was a. I went to go see Robert Glasper back in March, and I microdosed. I did like 3 grams. Like for me, that's a microdose. I did like 3 grams. Then went to go see Robert Glasper, and but this particular show, it was in one of those venues that was like standing room only, and I just kept feeling like it wasn't. I can't say it wasn't a bad trip, but it wasn't. On one hand, the music sounded great. Like the music, it sounded like that shit was coming in around me. Like I was like engulfed in sound. Like the sound was coming at me at all 360 degrees. That shit felt good. The visuals from the lights felt good. But I was feeling everybody's energy around me. And so like when I was at that show on the Shrooms, I'm feeling the person behind me. I could tell she don't want to be there. Then I'm feeling the energy of the people next to me, that couple. And they look like that. You know, these couples really don't fuck with each other. They don't really even like each other like that. They just going out just because they going out. I'm picking up on that energy. I'm picking up on people saying my feet hurt. I'm picking up on every ounce of energy around me. And that shit was just overload for me. I had to get the fuck up out of there. As soon as that show was over, I came home. Yeah. I picked up on everybody's energy. Yeah. You see, they saw the devil on their trip. Haha. Man, shrooms are fun as fuck. I'd rather sit at home on a good shroom trip. And don't get me wrong. And let me tell y'all something. If y'all know me, look at my Instagram. I am an outdoors person. You see me and my wife, we be all over this fucking world, literally. I love going out. I love that shit. But let me say this. As much as I love going out and having fun, nigga, a good shroom trip at home in a clean house. 'Cause when you do your shroom trips, you better clean your house. Don't do shroom trips in a dirty house. That bad energy, you're gonna pick up on that bad energy. Man, mop your floor, vacuum your shit, clean up all your surfaces, make the house hella clean so your energy be good. Mm. Man, I did this one shroom trip. Actually, I'm going to see Earth and the Fire next month. I'm thinking about shrooming for that concert. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. But I'm done talking to you niggas. I'm about to go inside and practice and read some cards. I'm gonna be back at y'all probably tomorrow night. I might do a live tomorrow night at the Craig Facts. But yeah, I'm not doing call-ins. I'm on my phone. I don't do call-ins on my phone. Call-ins when I'm on my computer. I'm on the phone right now. I'm about to go back inside and chill and read some cards. I'll holler at y'all.